Why the subtle body is formed? Subtle body is because of your good karma. Okay. The evolution is a long process from a mineral kingdom to plant kingdom to animal kingdom to human body. It's a long process driven by nature. Okay. Nature drives this evolution. The bodies are formed as a part of the evolution. Whatever body you have, subtle body you have, is a result of good karma which you have done. Because subtle body required to control a human body is also a result of punya or good karma you have done earlier. And what is this subtle body doing? It is the subtle body which is the experiencer. Subtle body is the experiencer. Okay? When you eat food and say this food is nice, it's not the physical body which is saying that. Gross body is saying that. It is a subtle body which is saying that this food is nice. The experiencer is the subtle body. Physical body or gross body is the instrument of experiencing. Okay. There's a pinprick. The pain is there. Okay. The pain is appearing in physical body, but body is not the experiencer of the pain. The subtle body is the experiencer of the pain. Body is just a vehicle. That's why in deep sleep you don't experience the pain, because subtle body has gone to dormant stage. Subtle body is the experiencer of joy, sorrow, pain and pleasure. So, are you the subtle body? The self is confused with the subtle body also. So, when you say, I am happy, okay, you are identifying the I with the happiness. When you say, I am angry, you are identifying I am or the self with the anger. When you say, I am unhappy, you are identifying with the unhappiness of the subtle body. The I is identifying with the subtle body. Subtle body is identified with the I on the other hand. Right? I told yesterday about Upadi, right? So, nothing happens to water by mixing the tea powder, water appears to be tea. Like that subtle body is superimposed on the I. So now what will happen? You say, I am in pain and I am happy, I am unhappy. The physical body has no experience, it's just an instrument. When pricking happens, it is the subtle body which experiences, not the physical body. Physical body is gross. Okay. So, if you say I am happy and next moment you say I am unhappy, next moment you say I am angry, so which of this is real I? You cannot be all, no. If you are happy, you cannot be unhappy. If you are angry, you cannot be peaceful. So the anger, happiness, peace and these things are appearing in the subtle body. I is the knowing principle behind all this. The knowing principle doesn't change. That's why you can say I am happy. Next moment you can say I am unhappy. Next moment you can say I am happy. Happiness and unhappiness are changing functions, changing experiences in the subtle body. Right? So you have to understand the difference between the knowing principle and experiencing. There's the experience, but there's no knowing principle, then nobody knows the experience. The knowing principle is there, there's the experience, then you cannot separate out experience and knowing principle. They are one. I know there's a sadness. I am sad. What you are saying is there is a sadness in the subtle body and I am aware of that. These two mix up and say, I am sad. Knowing and experience you can't separate out. Do you understand this? The two things are happening simultaneously. I know there is sadness in the subtle body. You mix up these two and I say I am sad. The next moment the subtle body changes, then there is a happiness in subtle body. You say there is happiness in subtle body. I know there is happiness in subtle body. So together gets mixed up and says I am unhappy. I am happy. Right? The knowing part and experiencing parts are getting mixed up. Okay? Constantly you should be able to separate out knowing part, experiencing part using your intellect and go back to your real self, which is knowing part, which is witness, and don't get involved with the experiencing part. I mean, I am saying, I don't say don't enjoy food and enjoy. Experience it well. But when the disturbance is there, disturbance in subtle body, sadness and emotions, step back and become the witness. Right? So this is called Atmadnana. You have to discriminate. Now let us apply the logic for subtle body. What are the logics? Sat, Nitya, Anitya. Eternal, temporary. Is any experience in subtle body permanent? Is there somebody who is permanently unhappy? Is there somebody who is permanently happy? So that keeps changing. But what doesn't change is the knowing principle, awareness principle, which knows happiness and unhappiness. So that's why I am that awareness, knowing principle. I am the Atma. And what I am experiencing is Anatma, or the object. The subject and object. Objects can change, but subject doesn't change. Subject means I. Right? By what is the benefit you get from this? You get is any disturbance of the mind, you are able to step back from the mind. If you are able to step back from the mind, you can address the problem much more beautifully, much more clearly compared to further complicating matter. Satya, Nitya, Anitya. Nitya, I am the eternal, knowing principle. That's why I am able to know, okay, there is emotion, there is no emotion. There is happiness, there is no happiness. Right? Satya, Mithya, I am the eternal, and this is Mithya, appearing and disappearing. All emotions are appearing and disappearing. And they are depend on my presence, my awareness. If I am not aware, the appearance and disappearance doesn't matter. Atma, Jada, Chaitanya. I am the awareness, I am the knowing principle. And this is Jada, object. I am aware of the emotion, but emotion is not aware of me. I am aware of the mind, but mind is not aware of me, the self. So this logic you have to apply consistently, or viveka, to separate out the real from the unreal.